so many incredible front court players in the history of the WNBA. And we have a great matchup tonight between two of the best currently going at it.
Hey, look at the skill set of that matchup tonight. It's as elite as you can get in the entire W.
Well, they both do so much for their teams every time they take the court. This is truly a marquee matchup that everyone has tuned in to see. Because of Griner's remarkable size and strength, she creates a mismatch against almost every defender.
Now here's Malunga.
And here's Magbagor.
Now Malunga.
Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The only tough part of that basket was establishing position inside. The rest was easy.
Pass to Edwards. To the inside. Here's Griner. Score the basket. Her second of 2 attempts. And now just over a minute played here in the first.
Here's Malunga. Malunga sets a screen. Now here's Horston.
Clock at 6.
Pass to Cook.
Three-pointer. The rebound by Brittany Griner. The Sun on offense. Out to the left wing. Goes back up.
And Edwards lays it in.
You know, it's so rare for a player to come into the league as a top rebounder, but that's what we've seen with Aaliyah Edwards.
Here's Heidemann. Pass to Malunga.
Magbagor.
Malunga sets a screen.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Shot clock at 6.
Pass to Cook.
Lets the three fly.
And good. Coming off the assist by Malunga.
Yeah, you might not think of her as a true ace from three-point range, but the shot was there for her.
In the draft, the Seattle Storm took Dominique Malunga with the second pick.
It was their highest pick since 2016 when they took someone by the name of, I think, Brianna Stewart. That's her name? First overall? Yeah, that's it. That one worked out. The Storm got the 6'6" Malunga, an incredible prospect from France. She's got such a bright future.
Now here's Malunga. Here's Heidemann.
Oh, and she misses the go-ahead basket. The Sun with the lead. Now about 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing her first attempt.
The defense on her has to be airtight, guys, and that was far from it.
Malunga sets a screen. On the wing, Jordan Horston.
Inside. It's stolen away. Griner with the ball.
Now Magbagor defending.
And down it goes. 2 points.
A nice conclusion to a good-looking possession. Coach has got to be happy about that one.
And here's Cook.
Pass to Heidemann. From deep. She's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Magbagor with the rejection.
Some ferocious defense from Magbagor. She has great instincts for finding blocks.
Horston.
Screen by Magbagor. Tries from 10. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And this game is tied up now. To the paint, Reiner. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
Now Heidemann.
Pass to Magbagor. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the line.
Sticking with it, Magbagor. Strong take.
And with an eye to the future, how do you guys like the direction of the game?
Oh, I love it. Every year we're seeing more and more skilled players. And as an added bonus, the pace keeps getting faster.
Oh, no doubt. We're in the golden age of the W. The level of play is incredible, and it just keeps on getting better.
And that one misses.
Really contributes to her team. Ezzy, versatile on the floor.
And after 11 seasons and 5 All-Star selections, Alyssa Thomas was traded by the Sun.
Yeah, Thomas led Connecticut to 2 finals and was top 5 in MVP voting the last 3 years. She's really known for her grit and her great team-first mindset. I think Thomas is leaving a big void to fill.
Pass to Morrow.
Griner.
Malunga covering.
A nice shot by Griner.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
Here's Heidemann. And here's Cook.
Off target from outside. Fires for 3. Good on the triple.
With her 6'7" height, Griner has such a nice view of the floor. She can spot open looks.
The Storm trail.
Now Heidemann.
There's the triple. Cans it from downtown.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Pass to Griner.
Outside Edwards.
Soft touch off the glass.
Not afraid to play rough and rugged. Griner shows the ability to power through contact.
And here's Heidemann. Back to Magbagor.
The lead pass was put in just the right spot to produce the layup.
That's the type of lead pass we've really come to expect from her.
And Connecticut has possession.
Pass to Morrow. And here's Edwards.
Defended by Magbagor. And the ball out of play. The Storm will have it. Here's Seattle. Here's Melbourne. Down low. Off with the layup.
And here's Burke. Pass to Morrow.
It's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
Both teams on fire right now from the opening tip.
This is going to be an entertaining game of basketball today, folks. I think that much is obvious.
Get your popcorn ready.
Now here's Malunga. Malunga sets a screen. Here's Melbourne. Samuelson outside.
6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3.
Kept alive. Pass to Melbourne. Now Heidemann. Now here's Magbagor.
And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. To the middle.
Edwards. Defended by Magbagor.
Back to Griner.
Now Edwards. Petty with it.
He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Griner. And she gets the bucket.
The combination of a long frame and a unique skill set make Griner such a tough cover for opponents.
Well, you know, I had to do a double take just seeing Brittany Griner in a new uniform.
Yeah, no longer with the Mercury after 12 marvelous seasons. Won a championship in 2014, 9 All-Star appearances, 2 scoring titles. Griner had an incredible impact in Phoenix.
Malunga shot is off.
The shot was there for her. She had to take it. And I don't care if she didn't convert. She should take it again next time.
Now here's Petty.
Pass to Griner. Count that one as her 7th make in 8 attempts. That's a scorching 86%.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
Malunga outside. Samuelson right side.
And you can count it. She'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Surprising strength from Samuelson. From a Hoops family, she has that fire you see from a daughter of a professional player.
Both teams will make substitutions.
From a basketball family, Katie Lou Samuelson's sister Carly has played with the Sparks. Her other sister Bonnie was a big-time college player. I can only imagine the games of horse those three had growing up.
Now here's Petty.
She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Griner. Again, the Suns score.
She is feeling it, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Sun ahead. They're up by 5. And the second quarter is on the way when we return. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Suns so far?
Well, we've seen them really get out and establish an offensive rhythm.
And they're finding ways to score, you know, playing well and getting good offense.
Here's Melbourne.
Back to Samuelson.
3-pointer. And it's Brittany Griner with the rebound. The Sun with the lead.
Now Nelson Adota.
Over Holmes. And there's another one for the Sun. Here's Melbourne. Pass to Brown. Samuelson. The 3. Rebounded by the Sun. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far.
And here is Petty.
Griner up top. Shoots. Again, the Suns score.
A valuable offensive talent. Griner's agile, and really the whole league knows it.
Pass to Brown. Here's Samuelson. Jacks up a 3, and she's good on the 3 ball.
But for the defense, they got to talk to each other. Clearly in air, not getting out there on her 3-point attempt.
And here's Nelson Adota. Burke, she's guarded by Samuelson.
Here's Griner. In, and her hot hand continues. 10 for 11 from the floor, and looking for some more. Pass to Brown. We're now around 2 minutes into this second quarter. Dolson's shot's good.
Scoring inside, it's about a lot of things. To me, touch is most important. And Dolson knows how to get the ball in the hoop.
When you look at this Sun roster, there are a lot of new faces.
Our leading scorer, DeWanna Bonner, is gone. They also lost Alyssa Thomas, Dejanay Carrington, Brianna Jones, 3 players who spent their entire careers with Connecticut, so it's a new day for the Sun.
Now here's Brown. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Pass to Samuelson. Melbourne. Now Brown.
Miller defending. And here's Holmes.
Launches a 3, and the Storm another 3.
Boy, not too much respect shown to her by the defenders.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. From outside the arc. Storm with the rebound.
Samuelson outside. Pass to Melbourne.
Shoots the 3. Griner with the rebound.
Now Nelson Adota.
And in this second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller defender on her and took it straight to the bucket for the easy 2.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
Good call there. Her feet still moving when she set the screen.
And she sort of lowered her shoulder into her, too. A move you perfected, actually. But they were going to get her there one way or the other.
Now a timeout called by Connecticut. And a new group getting ready for the Storm. And Connecticut has possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Griner. 6 to shoot. Over Malunga. Finds the bottom of the bucket from about 13 feet out.
Easy little jump shot for her there, guys.
Now Heidemann. Olsen with the screen.
This one for 3. Misses her second shot in 4 attempts from the field.
Pass to Morrow. Nelson Adota.
Fires the 3.
Heidemann grabs the miss. Here's Heidemann.
She has 6.
Now Cook. Pass to Malunga. Heidemann.
And the Storm miss again. Griner with the ball. 22 points for her. And she can't extend the lead to double digits.
Here's Horston.
Count that bucket.
Well, once Horston gets some momentum going towards the rim, she's tough to stop.
And here's Connecticut, leading by 5.
And last year, it was a great sophomore season for Jordan Horston.
Well, she made major leaps. Top 5 in both most improved player voting and 6th player of the year. Horston was so much more efficient from the field.
And the shot goes down.
And she's definitely making her presence felt here in the first half. She has been just incredibly effective so far.
Here's Cook.
Pass to Heidemann. Dolson sets a screen. Wing shot on the way. That misses off the backboard. And so here's Connecticut. 7-point differential. And that one good.
Great job spotting her teammate near the bucket and firing the pass in there.
Here's Cook.
Now Dolson.
Heidemann. Pass to Malunga.
Here's Dolson.
Back to Malunga.
4 on the shot clock. Dolson sets the screen.
Here's Heidemann.
No good on the triple. And so here's Connecticut. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 9. Now here's Griner, guarded by Dolson. Rivers. And again, it's Connecticut.
They've been the hotter team in the first half so far, guys.
Well, they've been grinding, working for those high percentage shots, and it's been paying off for them.
And let's see if this success continues to go as we get longer into this game.
Here's Heidemann. She has 6. Good on the bucket.
She made that pass to a spot and let her teammate run right into it. That is how you distribute the basketball.
Pass to Griner. Faked in off the glass.
That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
Now Heidemann lets it go from deep. No luck on that one.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
Pass to Griner.
Over Malunga.
Griner, no good.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish him there.
Gets a three-pointer to fall.
Superb assist. She was crafty, creative, and the ultimate teammate on that play.
Now Griner.
Over Malunga.
And it's wide right, hits off the rim. Seattle trailing here. Pass to Heidemann. Now Dolson. The 3 ball. The shot comes out.
And here's Morrow.
Here's Griner.
Malunga covering.
Back to Griner. And it's Dolson with the rebound.
Now Cook. Heidemann. Malunga outside.
Down low. Here's Dolson. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake freezes the D.
Found the soft spot in the D right there.
The Sun leading. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. Tries again. And the layup is good.
She was the first one to react to that miss. I mean, that's just a hustle play on the putback.
Here's Heidemann. 9 points in the game. Right wing. Here's Cook. And that's not going to go. And so we wrap up the first half. The Sun on top, up 8. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. The second half just about to get going here. We're seeing a tremendous game from Brittney Griner.
She played a very smart game offensively. looking for and finding gaps in the defense and always looking for the best shot possible.
Yeah, the way she played that first half, well, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient on offense.
But a league loaded with shooters. Does one stand out to you as the best?
That's a hard question to answer, but I really like the lefty, Kelsey Mitchell. Just about 40% for her career on major volume from beyond the arc.
Well, I think I'm going to have to go with Marina Mabry. You know, she takes a ton of threes, but despite the high volume, she still shoots it at a high clip.
Here's Morrow. Horston defending.
Now here's Griner. Here's Edwards. Magbagor with the rejection. Pass to Heidemann.
Now Cook.
Fires from deep. Knocks down the 3-ball.
That's what I call pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open teammate was.
And here's Morrow.
Reiner.
Malunga covering.
And the shot is good.
And here's Heidemann.
She's got 9.
Malunga sets a screen.
Third quarter of basketball, we're about 1.5 minutes in. To the left side wing.
Heidemann.
And again, Seattle with the triple.
Well, you want to get back into a ball game, knock down threes. Another 3 from her, getting them that much closer.
Well, she knows all about that. I mean, most of her points have come on the three-point shot today.
Pass to Griner. Blocked.
Malunga with it. Now Heidemann.
From the arc. Doesn't go that time. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Launches it. It's rebounded by Seattle.
You know, you watch her and you see her mechanics are totally out of whack right now. She's lost all feel for her shot.
Yeah, and it's not hard to tell. You know, just look at her numbers right now. Nothing is going down for her.
Now here's Magbagor.
Shoots over Edwards. A nice shot by Magbagor.
With her 6'4" length, Magbagor really tough to stop.
And the Sun call time here.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Pass to Griner.
Well, no one has blocked shots like Brittany Griner, a one-of-a-kind defender.
I mean, she led the league in block shots in each of her first 8 years in the W, and it's about more than just her length. Griner just reads the game so well, is such a high IQ player.
And the first one at the line is good.
And in this league, Griner is just about as consistent as it gets. You get a great game from her more often than not, especially when it comes to scoring the rock.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
Here's Heidemann.
12 points for her.
Malunga sets a screen. Now here's Magbagor.
She's tightly guarded. Shot clock at 5.
Has to cook.
The tray hits it from three-point range.
And add another three-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You love to see that.
Now here's Edwards.
And here's Griner.
Malunga covering.
Shoots from the right block. And she tries off the glass, but it's no good. Seattle trailing here.
On the wing, Jordan Horston. She's covered by Edwards. Malunga outside.
Pass to Heidemann. For the lead.
Morrow with the rebound.
And here's the Sun. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the inside. And she takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
An example of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Pass to Malunga. Now here's Horston.
Magdagor.
She's covered by Edwards.
And the shot counts. She's fouled. That's a chance for a three-point play.
Outstanding pass in transition for the easy basket.
And guys, we asked for it for years, and it's here. Expansion in the WNBA.
Yeah, if any of you have been paying attention to us the last few years here on 2K, Brian, Blake, and I have been asking for expansion for a long time. We are all excited to see Golden State. You know, the best part is the extra roster spots for deserving players. I mean, who isn't happy to see a new team? And guess what? There's more games as well.
Oh, I'm ecstatic. I mean, it's great to see the league continuing to grow, guys. And we're just getting started.
Here's Heidemann. 12 points for her.
Pass to Horston. Now Malunga.
She's guarded by Griner. Here's Heidemann. And again, it's the Storm missing. The Sun with the lead. Rivers. From outside, off the mark. And the Storm with possession.
Has to cook. Heidemann. Here's Cook.
Edwards grabs the miss.
He only got a finger to that shot on the block attempt.
It was just as effective as a block. Made her completely change her release point and caused the miss.
Now here's Griner. She's got 34.
Honestly, when she hits from this area of the court, you might as well quit. It makes Griner almost impossible to stop. You just can't leave her out there.
Time called here. The Storm decide to talk it over. And it's the Storm with the ball. Trailing here by 8.
Has to cook.
No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Here's Nelson Adota.
Horston defending. And here's Morrow.
And she uses the glass on the layup.
Well, it's really almost like an automatic 2 points. Put them up on the board anytime she gets the ball that close to the basket.
The defense has to battle to keep her out of that position in the first place, or it's going to be a long day for them.
Here's Melbourne. Pass to Horston.
Now here's Magdagor. Edwards grabs the miss. They put up quite a few unanswered points.
Clearly, I mean, they've hit on something that works for them.
Pass to Nelson Adota.
Rivers. Offline with the 3. And here are the Storm now. It's a 10-point game.
Now here's Horston.
He's covered closely, and she comes up with the deuce.
Sweet touch from the in-between area. Horston takes what the defense gives.
Here's Morrow. Horston defending. Outside Edwards. Pass to Nelson Adota.
To the paint. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
It's going to be on Dominique Malunga.
That free throw, no good. Both teams deciding to change it up. And she's good on the second. And here are the Storm now. They trail by 9 points. Pass to Brown. And here's Samuelson. Let's go with a 3. That shot off the mark. And here's Connecticut. Inside. Here's Miller.
That one's in, coming off an assist from Aaliyah Edwards.
Pounding the paint. Diamond Miller.
And here's Melbourne.
Pass to Magbagor. Puts up a 3. And it's Petty with the rebound. For 3. The rebound by Melbourne. Dolson up top. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
The mobility of Dolson coupled with her size, it's very difficult once she gets inside to stop. Sometimes you have to foul.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That's also good, so she hits them both. Here's Petty. Looking for her first basket still in this one.
Outside Miller.
Out to the wing. Reiner, good.
I mean, she scored most of their points herself. Her offense is a big part of her team's recipe for success.
Here's Heidemann. 12 points for her.
Samuelson outside.
Pass to Heidemann. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Sun.
Wow, hey, this quarter has been ugly for her.
And it's not showing signs of turning around anytime soon. Her touch is all but gone. That is some dime dropping, exquisite assist.
Here's Heidemann. Pass to Holmes. The rebound by Brittany Griner.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that.
She's got to just use her head because that was a terrible choice.
And their lead gets even more enormous. They played terrific basketball at both ends.
No doubt about it. I certainly can't think of an area where they've underperformed.
And neither can I.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Sun on top, up by 15. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And we're getting underway in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things can change.
Pass to Miller. Petty.
Here's Nelson Adota. From deep three-point range, she's off on that one.
You know, there are times it's okay to take that shot, but not many of them.
I think the only excuse for a shot like that is if you're trying to beat the buzzer.
Well, the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs there.
Something you struggled with in your career, Tim, but definitely saved the layup with that foul. She's going to have to earn him at the line.
That one's off. And the second free throw, good. The Sun on offense.
Pass to Miller.
Now here's Griner, guarded by Dolson. Griner's shot's good.
Terrific assist. That was a diamond from Miller.
And here's Holmes.
Now Samuelson. Now Holmes. The three is up. Samuelson's shot is off. Now here's Griner, guarded by Dolson. Petty. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Tricky move by Petty with the ball, shaking off her defender.
And it's the Storm with the ball. It's an 18-point game. Pass to Heidemann. Now here's Dolson. Parked down low that time and got hit with the 3-second call.
Boneheaded play, guys. Plain and simple.
And mistakes like that are going to make it very hard for them to get out of this hole.
And that's part of the reason why they're in this hole.
And so here's Connecticut. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Now here's Griner. She's guarded closely.
It's Diamond Miller on the wing. She's guarded by Samuelson.
Just 5 to shoot. Uncovered. Petty can't hit.
Sometimes she could hit that deep three, but it's really not a great look for her. Not a very well-advised shot.
No. I mean, even for her, that's too far out.
Heidemann, no good.
The defense has nothing to worry about out there with her shooting because she just can't dial it in from deep this half.
No good from outside. To the inside. Here's Dolson. And it's good. Fought through the contact, hit the shot, and she'll go to the line. Now a timeout called by Seattle. And the Storm making a change here.
What's up?
And the free throw, no good. And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Here's Morrow. Pass to Petty.
Here's Burke.
Now Morrow.
Now Petty. There's the three.
The rebound by Malunga. And here's Melbourne.
Samuelson. And again, it's the Storm missing.
Petty with it. Pass to Morrow.
And here's Griner.
Malunga covering.
Shot from 16, and they pick up 2.
She's had such a steady hand, and I think watching this game, she's the one responsible for getting them this lead late.
Yeah, her shooting percentage is unreal right now. Just so dependable here today.
Heidemann, no good.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, she's been ice cold. Very little going her way out there.
Pass to Morrow.
Now Petty. Beyond the arc. He can't hit that time.
Well, she's definitely a threat from deep, but it just hasn't been going for her tonight. She might want to avoid that shot for a while.
Here's Samuelson. And the Storm miss again. Here's Nelson Adota.
And here's Burke. Pass to Petty.
6 on the shot clock. Here's the 3.
The rebound by Malunga.
And she's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. And with time running out, I think it's time for her to try something else.
That's what has to happen if they're going to turn this one around. She has to take charge. She's been a little hesitant to pull the trigger. I don't know why.
Here's Burke. Pass to Griner. Now Petty. The rebound by Melbourne.
Now here's Samuelson.
Pass to Heidemann. Shoots over Petty. And the rebound goes to the Sun.
Now Morrow.
Now Griner. Guarded by Dolson. Back to Griner.
Morrow.
Here's Petty. And again, no good by Connecticut.
Malunga outside.
To the left wing. And that one's good. Heidemann.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Pass to Morrow.
Now Griner.
On the wing, Shea Petty.
Here's Burke. To the wing on the left. Here's Petty. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Left side, Samuelson. Pass to Melbourne. Malunga.
Here's Heidemann.
Morrow with the rebound.
You know, typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
Reiner. And she banks in the layup.
She's got a lot of firepower right now. What a half she's having.
Now Melbourne.
Dolson sets a screen. Takes the 3. The Sun pull it in.
Even without that 3 ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Now here's Petty.
Pass to Burke. from downtown. Nailed from three-point land.
I love seeing Petty share the wealth, looking to get her teammates going.
Time called here. The Storm decide to talk it over.
We've seen Griner really having a great game.
She's been taking it to the rack all game long. If they don't find a way to slow her down, it's going to be a long night.
And here are the Storm now. They trail by 18.
Pass to Cook.
Magbagor shoots over Edwards. A nice shot by Magbagor.
While not letting the physical defense deter her, Magbagor plays with such tenacity.
Now Griner. Over Malunga. Hits the jump hook.
They're not letting up, guys. They just keep coming at them.
And I think it's safe to say that lead is too big to overcome at this point. Just not enough time on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Heidemann. Malunga outside. Cook. They get it back.
A nice shot by Magbagor.
Nice touch near the hoop.
And they've built a very nice lead.
No signs of slowing down, at least as far as I can tell.
Yo, watch this, watch this.
Pass to Griner. Using the post moves to get the 2 points.
Might as well tack a few more points in the lead, I suppose. This is going to be a dominant win for them.
Dominant is the right word for it, Tim. This one was about as one-sided as it gets.
One-way traffic, jeez.
Here's Cook.
Magbagor.
She's covered by Edwards.
And that one goes in as she's fouled. It'll be 3 points if she can convert the free throw.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Connecticut has possession. They led by as many as 18 points. Pass to Burke.
Miller. Now here's Petty.
Here's Griner. And Samuelson pulls it down. And here are the Storm now. 15-point game.
And here's Melbourne.
Brown. And the 3 ball is good. And here's Connecticut. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Can't argue with it. Just get the W. Get home.
Griner with the ball.
Magbagor is there.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And she makes good on the layup. So we see the Sun taking the W here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
And they put on a show here at home. I think they had and felt like they had the edge and that extra confidence.
And that'll wrap it up.